Don't let him kid you. Cagney couldn't have pulled a sweeter job.
Here's what happened. We're waiting at the depot in Frankfurt, understand? When an ammunition train comes through. The longest ammunition train you ever saw, understand?
No, he's just giving it a big build-up. Actually, it was simple enough. I just drifted into the men's room, fixed myself up a little time bomb, broke open the window, and when the ammunition train started pulling out, I just tossed the thing into an open car. I guess there must have been some straw in there on the floor.
Yeah. About 3 minutes later, you can hear it. Boom! Understand? Broke every window in Frankfurt. Understand? It was gorgeous. Wait a second. I'm not through. Understand?
The pod bay doors are open. Thank you very much for joining us once again. I am your host, Doug Heller, from critic and film historian for TalkMovieToMe.com, here as always with my fellow POW. I'm keeping an eye on him, making sure he's not tying any knots in any lamp cords. Jerry Dean Roberts, film critic for ArmchairCinema.com, ArmchairOscars.com, and OverThinkingOscars.wordpress.com. Yeti?
Not Gable. Grable. Gee.
You understand?
Stalag 17. This is Billy Wilder.
I love this movie. This is a great Christmas movie.
I'm gonna tell you something. You could do an entire podcast just on Billy Wilder. I mean,
oh hell yeah.
Jeez, just I don't know how many of his films we've done so far, but
quite a few, and there are more that we haven't. I don't even think alluded to. Like we haven't even touched Sunset Boulevard,
no, or Ace in the Hole.
Or Ace in the Hole.
This is a movie that I would say I like it a lot. I'm not going to put it on the top shelf. I think a lot of his films are more robust than this one. This is very simplistic. There's not a lot to it. Because it's not plot heavy. It's not, there's not a lot of story to deal with. It kind of gives you the situation. It gives you all of these nuggets of things that are going on. It takes place in a POW camp in World War II. And these Americans are, and there's a lot of them, are under the command of I forget his name. You buried the lead when
Otto
you
Preminger?
recommended this because you did not tell me Otto Preminger was the commandant.
I may or may not have forgotten.
I mean, I don't want to say that Hogan's Heroes was based on
It was inspired
this,
by
but
it,
I mean,
for sure.
the commanding sergeant is named Schultz.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Yeah, and had the actor been alive, I'm sure he probably would have played.
Would have played Schultz, yeah. Sigrumen.
So they call me concentration camp hand.
What he did to Shakespeare without doing to Poland. Do you ever see somebody who seems to have been genetically prepositioned to be in comedy?
Yes.
It's what Gilbert Gottfried called having funny bones. You're not only a comedian, you're not only funny, but you look funny, and that helps.
Yeah.
Sigrumen was like that. You know. But I will say it's the basic plot is funny because it's there. It's dealing with the fact that William Holden is being accused of being in league with the Nazis.
This is the funniest, most lighthearted, heavy drama I've ever seen in my life. Like,
yeah,
the tone of this should not work at all.
But it's Billy Wilder, and he knows how to juggle
Absolutely, it absolutely does. There are as many funny bits as there are hold your breath bits,
and there are comical characters in it. But the funny thing is, you keep dealing with all of these different characters and all what's going on with them, and then the movie just drifts back over to William Holden. it's like it forgets about him for a couple of minutes, then it drifts back over to his story.
Yeah.
It's almost episodic in that way.
Right. And it'll give you like little kind of interludes with Shapiro and Animal
I think those
mostly.
two. I think those two were the ones that he was more interested in,
Mm-hmm.
because the movie spends a lot of time with Shapiro and Animal.
Because they're funny.
Yeah, Robert Strauss, who plays Animal, got an Oscar nomination for this. Uh, William Holden actually won Best Actor for it.
Yeah, this is his only Oscar.
But it was, if you follow William Holden's career, not that many people do, but if you follow William
For
Holden's
some
career,
reason, he's an excellent actor.
there's not a lot that leads to this because I won't say it's action oriented, but there's nothing that he did in his career before this that would lead you to this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Because
he's
this was before he really started to do a lot of war stuff.
right, right,
I mean he wound up doing what 30 Seconds Over Tokyo,
yeah,
and obviously Bridge on the River Kwai,
mm.
a couple years later, and
This leads into his later career.
right. This is the turning point that got him out of just being the wisecracker
Right.
and got him into being the wisecracking tough guy. uh, but not even really tough, just aware.
Yeah.
Like his characters have never tried to pose.
No.
He's just very aware, and he's an observer. He's a silent
Yeah.
observer. In most of his roles, that's kind of what he does.
Mm.
In these types of pictures, in his earlier types of pictures, like Born Yesterday and Sunset Boulevard and stuff like that.
I was thinking of Born Yesterday.
Oh, Born Yesterday is so good.
He's a reporter. He's handsome. He's got a philosophy about life, and it's a light comedy. It's George Cukor.
Yeah.
But
Judy Holliday's so good in that.
Judy Holliday, such a brief
Yeah.
career,
Tragically,
tragically. But this is a. It's interesting the way this is constructed because it's never about one thing.
no.
Because the overall plot is basically about somebody is tipping off the commandant about who, because
Like escape
the Nazis
attempts and just all the
bring in
different
things that
the different things that they're doing to try to subvert authority. They're getting snitched on,
bring in contraband.
and they can't figure out how because except that perhaps there's a spy,
Yeah.
a stoolie.
And they think it's Sefton. They think it's
Yes,
William Holden.
because he keeps to himself. He has this treasure trove of stuff that he always he barters with the Germans and gets preferential treatment. He gets eggs.
He makes a bet when two guys go out to try to escape that they won't come back.
Right, because he knows somebody's informing and he knows it's not him.
Right.
But everybody's like, "Oh, why? Did you tell him already?" And it's like, "Well, no, that's
So like, how do you know this?
yeah." But that's really just because he's very cynical,
Yeah.
and he knows something's wrong and it's not his fault.
Okay. And they actually beat him up for it.
Oh, viciously, actually.
Now, I want to ask you this, and spoiler alert if you haven't seen the film. Did you know it was Peter Graves?
Yes.
I didn't. But once it came to light that it was him, I thought, okay, yeah, it makes sense because number one, he's always kind of out front.
Mm-hmm.
He's always clean. He's always there's just always something you don't notice. I didn't notice this until after they pointed him out.
He was always
He's
up to
tall,
do everything. Oh, he's very tall.
tall, blonde, Aryan. It all falls into place.
I love how uh, Sefton exposes him.
Mhm.
It's like, do you even remember when Pearl Harbor was? He goes, yeah, it was, December, what was it, 7th, 6th, 1941. He goes, what were you doing? He goes, it was 6 o'clock. I was having dinner. It was 6 o'clock in Berlin. They were having lunch in Cleveland.
They were at lunch in Cleveland. Yeah.
Oh!
Don't.
Whoops!
Well, I will. I was looking around and I started to think for a while that it was the little guy with the ocarina. Maybe.
Joey.
Yeah, I thought maybe it was Joey because Joey had the ocarina,
He's,
and maybe the ocarina was how he signaled
right.
or something.
But he's shell shocked, if not worse.
Yeah, yeah.
If he didn't already start out that withdrawn, like if he was uh, on the autism spectrum or something like to that effect or something,
Yeah.
but he's not with it.
Actually, one of my favorite parts of the movie is when they finally give him his ocarina back.
Yeah, that was really sweet because when Animal took
Animal threw it at the commandant.
right, and it broke,
Mhm.
and from that moment on, he was just despondent and withdrawn. Like he didn't do it. He just kind of sat there and stared.
Yeah.
Like he was catatonic after that ocarina got taken away from him. When they gave it back to him, he came back to life.
Mm. It was a purpose.
Yeah, it was
mean,
it was the only thing that was holding him.
Right.
Because it was something physical. It was something he could hold on to and hear and do. And
The only thing I would say, I noticed that the Nazis are portrayed as clownish.
yeah,
Not as threatening as probably they should be, but they're portrayed as clownish. I love Otto Preminger. Is in his office and puts his boots on to get a call from
right.
just to get a call from high command
So that he can click his heels.
while he's on the phone, and
Yeah.
as soon as he's off the phone, they take his boots off.
Uh-huh. It's like Peter Cushing doing the whole threatening Alderaan in his slippers.
In his slippers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You have to get dressed up for it. Who's gonna notice? But I just love that. It's like because you're thinking he's getting dressed. It's like no, he's just doing this to make a phone call.
Mhm.
And but how they figure out how Sefton actually figures out that it's going on is that they tie a knot in the light cord, and there's a message inside the queen on the chessboard.
Yeah, the Black Queen is hollow, and they exchange the pieces. So he always has a hollow piece, and they always have a hollow piece.
Right.
And there's always one on the board, so they can always exchange out and put messages in. And that's how he's been passing, that, what was it, Manfredi and, I don't remember the other one. The two guys that get killed.
Yeah.
Attempting to escape.
That's how the movie opens.
Yeah. And see, that's the whole thing. It opens with two guys getting machine gunned to death, and it's the beginning of a comedy. Only Billy
Ostensibly a
Wilder.
comedy.
Only Billy Wilder.
Yeah.
No, nobody else could have possibly pulled that off.
I don't know what. I don't know if it was a cultural thing or what Billy Wilder had experienced, but he came to America without one bit of sentimentality at all, without
Oh
any
yeah,
sentimentality at all.
yeah, no,
He saw, I think, based on the films that he made, he seemed to see America and life in general for the muck and shit that it was.
hmm
And his films prove that.
yeah, yeah. All of his movies, with potential exception of Sabrina, but even still Sabrina, is it has a cynical edge to it.
Yeah.
Even The Apartment.
Which is why he so fit into that post World War II era.
Yeah.
Because all of his films seem to focus on something.
hmm
Ace in the Hole focuses on the media.
hmm
Sunset Boulevard focuses on the glimmer of Hollywood,
hmm
so-called glimmer of Hollywood. Um, I don't know what you could say about Something Like It Hot, but just each film just seems to be, and The Apartment, just the idea, the holly jolly of Christmas,
hmm
and there are people around the corner who want to kill themselves,
Yeah.
but there's just always that cynical edge, but it's never so sad and miserable that you don't want to watch.
Right.
Even something as darkly cynical as Ace in the Hole,
hmm
or something like this, which is
hmm
basically these guys stuck in a POW camp.
Yeah. They are they're doing what they can to stay sane in this insane situation.
And they
And
probably do more than anybody in a real POW camp would be allowed to do.
oh, of course. Of
Yeah.
course. Uh, because Schultz is kind of
A buffoon.
lenient to a point. Um,
And a buffoon.
kind of a buffoon. Um, it gives them the opportunity to at least feel like it's not as restrictive as it really is.
The one thing though is there are so many people packed in these barracks.
hmm
I mean,
And they're
when
all the same rank.
they're all the same rank.
They're
Yeah, and
all sergeants.
they're all yeah, and that's what Schultz calls them. And they're all packed and jammed into this thing when they're having that little dance at the end of the movie. And I mean, they're practically bumping into each other.
hmm
You kind of feel the space, and you also understand why Sefton wants to get away from it.
hmm
It's like I just need to get away from these people,
Yeah.
just to get in a corner where I have a moment to think, and that draws suspicion. But
hmm
I get it. I get it. Just
People see. I'm one of those people that needs to be. If there's like a party or something, after about an hour or so, I need to withdraw for
yeah,
20 minutes, half an hour, and then go
yeah.
back to people. I can't stay with people
Mhm.
for an extended period of time unless I really like you. Um,
Well, because you always feel like you got to put on an act.
Well, yeah. See, I have ADHD and undiagnosed autism, so I have always struggled with, whatever social cues and what have you. So it's one of those things that it was just, I would just have to withdraw so that I could recharge my social battery and just have enough energy to actually go out and talk to people again because
Well,
I just wear
I'm the guy.
myself out.
I'm the guy who, when I go into a social situation, I exhaust myself by having to be the guy who always has to make everybody laugh.
hmm
If I'm not making everybody laugh, then I'm boring. It's like that's the insecurity in my head.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, and I will naturally just play a crowd.
Oh yeah,
It
same
it
here.
doesn't, and that doesn't feel like that difficult to me because that's just easy. Making people laugh for me has always been simple. Probably for you too.
Yeah.
But it's just that having to be there
Yeah.
and just having to have that energy the whole time. But I don't have that.
But you walk in, there's the joy of seeing people. There's the joy of seeing people you haven't seen before. And
Or in a
it's
while.
Christmas now, or in a while. And you see them, you talk to them, you catch up. But after about half an hour or 45 minutes, you start to run out of things to say. That's how I am with my family. It's like, okay, I've run out of things to say.
Yeah.
I've literally run out of things to talk about.
Small talk is not, again, ADHD, autism. Small talk is not a thing for me.
Small talk feels perfunctory. It's like something you have to do.
Right. So you're also neurodivergent because
Right.
neurotypical people think small talk is perfectly
A waste of
acceptable
time.
in the no, neurotypical people love it. That's how they talk. I can't be bothered with it. If I'm not going to get something like deep out of you, I'm not going to talk to you. It's like I don't
I
care.
can't stand. Well, the thing is, I lead conversations into something. I can't stand chatter.
Yeah.
I can't stand just nonsensical chatter about nothing.
Yeah. Small talk.
That's why we do a podcast.
Yeah. Um yeah, so I totally get him being kind of withdrawn.
Yeah.
He's just not a sociable person. But
And they lock on to that.
but in the 40s in America and in the 50s in America, wanting to be alone is some sort of sign of mental deficiency or like some sort of
What are you hiding?
yeah, like you think you're better than us because you don't want to hang around with us. It's like, no, I just need to be by myself. It's not you. It's just people in general.
There's a justification for. You have to. It's like this happened in the 40s and 50s and a little bit today. Is that you get suspicious of people who act a certain way
Yeah.
because if you are a man of a certain age and you live alone and you've never been married and you keep to yourself, well, what are you hiding? Are you in the closet? And at that time, someone who withdrew, they would think, okay, what's going on up there? What's going on with him? He doesn't talk to people.
Hmm.
He lives alone.
And in this instance, it's he's sitting back and being quiet and gathering information and stealing off and telling people and getting stuff for it. The thing is,
It's also listening.
if he was that stupid
Mm.
to parade what he gets from them in front of them when he goes and gets it,
Yeah.
and they know that he's doing business with them.
Mm.
But how
You get
stupid do
pinched.
you have to be
Right.
to actually be the snitch?
Hmm.
Because he clearly didn't care that they had animosity towards him for the things that he procured.
Right.
He didn't care. And a spy would want to always stay in being liked so that they would always get information.
Mill into the crowd so he could
Right.
eavesdrop.
Right. And not stay on the peripheral while everybody looks at you and says, I bet he's trying to get information.
Yeah.
How?
Like,
He's
why
not
are
in
you
the
sitting
middle
in-
of you. He's not talking to you.
You're sitting in the corner and you're watching everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And his
it-
observation is what leads him to figure out the signal system.
Right. There's a point at which you're sitting there watching the movie and you're like, okay, let's start working this out, because they spend a long time with who could it possibly be, and they spend a long time with Sefton accusing him, and you're like, okay, it's clearly not him.
Right.
But there's a point in the movie where in your brain you're like, okay, when do we start working this out? And they do.
Mm-hmm.
Just when you start thinking that, that's when Price steps forward.
Yep.
And there's the knot in the,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't pick up.
Oh, really?
I didn't pick that up.
Until
William Holden looked up at it, I didn't pick that up.
Yeah.
Because
I
they draw
noticed
them
it
out.
right from when the first time when Schultz noticed it and then pulled it down after he checked the chess piece.
Mhm.
I was like, okay, that's the signal.
Mhm.
Let's see where we go from there.
They pull them out with phony air raids
Mm-hmm.
and snap inspections. You know, pulling them out into the compound, and that's when Schultz goes in and puts the messages in the chess piece.
It's funny though.
I must
When
not
you're-
be very observant.
when you're
never
watching
noticed
it,
these things.
Here's what I always thought was interesting about the light. Depending upon which shot it is, the cord is different lengths.
Mhm.
Because if you look at it in some angles, even when it's completely straightened out, it is still holding well above the table.
Yeah.
Other times they pull it down and it's so exaggerated that it looks like it's hanging, it's like an
Almost
inch or
on the
two
board.
off of the table.
Yeah.
And then they cut to a wider shot and it's up higher. I think he was doing that to purposefully draw attention to it so that you would be like, how is that long? How are they not noticing that this is dangling 2 inches above the table and then it's
Yeah.
not, and then it is, and then it's not? How are they not noticing this? But it's because it's actually higher. It's just he's bringing your attention to it.
Right.
That's always fascinated me about this.
Yeah.
And it's something that people on, I'm sure, IMDb think is a goof, but Billy Wilder didn't make goofs like that.
But when it comes to tying the knot in the light, it's something so subtle and so simple that you can be around it for days. You know, you can be around it for weeks and never notice.
And that's why he's like, they tie a knot in the light. Didn't you ever notice? And they're like,
No.
maybe. No, maybe.
No.
Like,
No.
yeah,
Not really.
like yeah, and then you see the Peter Graves Price. They just kind of come out with it, and then eventually, then William Holden figures it all out.
Because he's sitting in the
we,
corner
right?
watching.
But we see it. We are told long before Sefton pieces it together.
And Billy Wilder kind of ends this film. There's the old phrase, leave them laughing,
Mm-hmm.
and leave them in suspense, I should say. And that's what he does. He ends it.
Leave them wanting more.
Leave them wanting more. That's what I was looking for. And you get to the point where they figure out, because there's this other guy, Dunlap, that they had pulled out.
He's a lieutenant that is suspected of and guilty of blowing up a big supply train.
Right.
And he did
He's
it.
due to be executed.
Right. And his whole the Nazis all figured out how he blew up the supply train because of Price.
Yeah.
And they didn't have any evidence until the Impressionist tells Price how he did it. which was he stuck a cigarette inside of a matchbox, lit the cigarette, threw it into the oncoming train, into a boxcar.
Yeah.
When the cigarette burned down, it lit the matches. The matches lit straw, and
Straw
that
lit
blew
the
up because
ammo.
it was an ammunition train,
Yeah.
a munitions supply. So it
But
just
he's due to be executed for it.
right, and they're just gonna kill him, and they create this distraction, get him into the water tank above the latrine.
And I want to tell you this. When they showed where he was hiding,
Hmm.
in my head, I'm thinking, okay, it's the dead of winter.
Yeah, it's Christmas Day. It's
And he is
in water.
waist deep in water
Yeah,
outside.
yeah, yeah. For
So I'm
a
thinking
day.
if he's able to walk when they pull him out, it's but he wasn't.
No, no.
His legs weren't. He's been in there for hours,
Yeah, or a day or two,
or a day or two.
even, and oof. Yeah, and then he gets out. He's like, I can't move. My legs are frozen. And he rubs them for about 2 minutes, and then it's fine.
Yeah.
The recovery rate was a little bit quick, but
Well,
I
we got in the
I
movie.
appreciate that they actually did
Yeah.
mention that,
That they made light of it, but and then he ended up throwing Price. They escape, and Price gets thrown out into the yard and gets shot by guards while
with cans on his legs so that he would draw attention, because they said anybody
Right.
found outside the barracks after dark will get shot, and they just push him out. He's trying to tell him to stop and who it is, and he's yelling in German, and and I love it how the commandant, how Sherbach just walks up. He's like, ha ha ha, we got one. Kicks him over. He's like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's what bothered me. It's like, okay, where does it go from here? Because those two guys escaped.
Yeah. Well,
And
where it goes is exactly what he says at the beginning when he's reprimanding them for them trying to get out. He's like, do you want me to have a blemish on my record?
mm,
Yes, yes, we do. Yes,
yes, we do.
Yes. Do you want them to punish me? Yes, yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, we do.
Mhm.
Your well-being is not my concern, sir. You torture us. We don't
Yeah.
care.
We are prisoners of war. We don't give a damn.
Yeah. You mistreat us every single day. Why would I be upset if you face some kind of trouble?
If you got in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of me? Oh gee, I
Yeah.
would think that'd be like a badge of honor. Like,
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to see this happen to me, do you? Yes, yes, we do. Someone worse will come. No guarantees. Like,
I like this movie a lot.
it's really good. Um,
Like I say, I wouldn't put it on the top shelf with Wilder's films. It's because I am struggling to think of a bad movie that Billy Wilder made outside of Buddy Buddy.
Avanti wasn't that good.
I never saw Avanti.
His remake of The Front Page was superfluous.
Is that the one with Jack Lemmon?
Yeah, and Walter Matthau.
I think I saw that years ago.
Um,
I'm not the biggest fan of The Fortune Cookie.
that one's okay. It's Walter Matthau's only Oscar.
Yeah.
Um,
It's kind of one of those movies that makes its point and then
yeah,
it's like, okay, I get it.
yeah. Kiss Me Stupid wasn't that good either. I don't like Irma La Douche. Irma La Douche goes on for fucking ever.
Which is strange because Billy Wilder's the director who's generally known for knowing how to end the film.
Yeah, but that
Like how
thing
to
goes
end
on
his
for like
pictures.
2.5 hours for no reason whatsoever. I
Okay,
did
now
not
I gotta
like
look up
Irma
his
La Douche.
filmography. Now I gotta look up his filmography.
Sabrina, I like a lot. The Apartment, I love. Some Like It Hot, I love. Double Indemnity, The Lost Weekend, um, this
It's
Sunset Boulevard.
interesting. He can make something so serious into something so funny, but then he comes up with Lost Weekend, which is not funny at all.
No. Or Double
Um,
Indemnity isn't particularly humorous either.
yeah, but it
It's a
has
little
those humorous
lighter.
moments.
It's lighter
Yeah,
because it's Fred McMurray. And
yeah.
even when he's being the absolute most serious he can be, he's still a little goofy. He's got the
But
funny
this
bones.
really really the star of that movie is Edward G. Robinson.
Yeah.
That monologue he has about insurance claims is just brilliant
The
writing.
little
I think
man
that's
that lives in his
iodine.
stomach. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, when he's talking about he's listing off all the different
Have we
ways
done
that you.
Double Indemnity?
We
Pretty
have
sure
not
we have.
talked about
We
Double
haven't done
Indemnity yet.
Double Indemnity?
We gotta do a month of Billy Wilder.
Gotta do a year of Billy Wilder.
God
Jesus.
Almighty. But yeah, what I always admire is when he could do stuff and he could mix
Yeah.
something dead serious with comedy.
I always love how he uh, idolized and venerated, rightfully, his mentor, Ernst Lubitsch.
Yeah.
And he had a sign in his office that said, "How would Lubitsch do it?" And there was always this thing called the Lubitsch
What would
touch.
Lubitsch do?
Yeah, what would Lubitsch do? And he would always look at it while he was writing, and he would think about, because he used to write for Lubitsch and work with
Yeah.
him. He was assistant director. That's how he got to be a director for on The Major and the Minor, which is also a pretty decent picture. Um,
A witness for the prosecution.
that's so good. Oh
Yeah.
man. Yeah, he has very few movies that don't hit the mark.
Let's see. I'm looking at his filmography here. And I'm starting at the ones I know. Sunset Boulevard I loved.
Mm-hmm.
Ace in the Hole is one of my favorite movies ever.
It's a great one.
Stalag 17 I liked.
Yeah.
Sabrina I liked.
Mm-hmm.
7-Year Itch.
That's
Okay.
probably his weakest movie for me.
No, Buddy Buddy.
I don't know if I've ever seen Buddy. That's his last one, isn't it?
That's the very last film.
Like
Witness for the prosecution.
78 or 82 or something like that.
No, 1981.
1981. Oh, right, because The Private Life of Sherlock Holmes was in 78. That was his penultimate film. That was okay.
Some Like It Hot, brilliant. Apartment, brilliant. Never saw 1, 2, 3.
That's amazing. I've
I
seen
never
that
saw-
about 3 or 4 times. I
never
love
saw
that.
Irma
It's
LaDouche.
James Cagney is in 1, 2, 3.
Oh, really?
He's an Eastern Europe. He's a Western European Coca-Cola plant manager. He's trying to break into the Eastern Soviet bloc market.
Oh, wow.
And it's hilarious. And his daughter falls for a socialist or for a communist from the other side of the wall because he's in Berlin, and
Yeah.
it's so funny. It's so funny. Oh, I love 1, 2, 3. What was the other one? You said you had.
Irma LaDouche.
That's Jack
Kind
Lemmon.
of boring.
It's Jack Lemmon and it's Shirley MacLaine, and it's 2.5 hours. Shirley MacLaine plays a French prostitute, and he plays a French policeman, just like a like a regular on the beat, walking
Yeah.
up and down the street cop. And it's their interactions, and the whole is based on a play, and it just goes on forever. I've only seen it once. I didn't enjoy it.
I never saw Kiss Me Stupid.
I've seen enough of it. I don't think I've seen all of it, but
I think after The Apartment, I think I'm not really, because I never saw 1, 2, 3. Irma LaDouche I didn't like. Kiss Me Stupid I didn't like. Fortune Cookie.
Fortune Cookie is fine, but it's not
But
that.
once you get the idea of it,
Yeah.
it then drags it out.
Yeah.
It has a great ending, but
Yeah.
it takes one idea is that Jack Lemmon is injured, and I think Walter Matthau is the claims adjuster, and is trying to get him to
Right.
exacerbate.
Yeah, he's trying to do insurance fraud.
He's trying to do insurance fraud. It has a good ending, but I just. I thought it took a 5-minute premise and just pumped it out for 2 hours. Private Life of Sherlock Holmes I never saw.
That's okay.
Avanti I never saw. Front Page I didn't like.
Yeah.
I never saw Fedora.
I haven't seen Fedora.
And Buddy Buddy was dog shit.
I've seen probably most of his movies.
Buddy Buddy felt like if you took the best of Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon, if you took the best and sectioned them off and trimmed off the fat, Buddy Buddy is the fat.
Yeah.
I remember Patton Oswalt said that there was there's a bus station in L.A. He said, and when you go in the restroom, there's a poster of Buddy Buddy, and he said, I used to go in there frequently because I took the bus, and he said, over the years, he said, you're just watching this poster of this terrible movie just disintegrate, just get bleached by the sun, just disintegrate this horrible movie, just...
Yeah, Witness for the Prosecution's phenomenal. Love in the Afternoon I haven't seen, but I have. Spirit of St. Louis is boring as hell.
Is that Jimmy Stewart?
Yeah.
I didn't know he directed that.
Yeah, he did. Foreign Affair with
Billy Wilder
Gene...
did a biopic?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Yep. He let's see. Yeah, he did Spirit of St. Louis. He did A Foreign Affair with Gene Arthur.
Which I liked.
It was really good. The Emperor Waltz I haven't seen. Lost Weekend's amazing. Double Indemnity is amazing. 5 Grades to Cairo is fantastic. Have you ever seen that?
Never saw that one.
It's they're going across Egypt in the desert during World War II, trying to get from one spot to another, and they're like following these different grave sites to try to get. It's really good war picture, and his first technically the Major and the Minor that was with Ginger Rogers.
Yeah.
I think that was her first non Fred Astaire movie.
Hmm. I'm wondering if he won an Oscar. What did he win an Oscar for?
Who? Billy Wilder?
Billy Wilder.
Billy Wilder won like 6.
21 nominations. Holy crap.
Yeah.
And he won 6.
Yeah.
Crap.
Yeah, he won, I think, 3 for directing and 3 for
7.
writing.
7 total.
Yeah, he won picture, director, and screenplay for The Apartment. And he won
2 for Lost
director and screenplay for Lost Weekend. And he won...
He cleaned up for The Apartment.
Yeah, I think the 6th one is the Thalberg. Oh no, he won screenplay for Sunset Boulevard.
The Apartment was his triple threat because was
producer,
won, director, and writer.
Writer and director for The Lost Weekend. He wasn't a producer on it. He won screenplay for Sunset Boulevard. And he won writer, director, producer for The Apartment.
Okay, I'm shocked that he won the Oscar for the screenplay for Sunset Boulevard because that was the same year as All About Eve.
Yeah.
That's a shock that movie did not win. That is one of the greatest screenplays ever written.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
shocked that that
hey,
movie.
Betty Davis didn't win Best Actress either.
No, but that was the year that
Judy Holliday won.
you had two elders nominated. It was Gloria Swanson and Betty Davis, who were past 50, and they lost to the kid.
Right, it was her first film.
Yeah.
And Betty Davis got pissed off. She's like, she shouldn't have been nominated because she played this role on Broadway and she had years to perfect it. And that's not how movie acting is. And she shouldn't have been nominated. She shouldn't have won.
Point.
I mean,
Point. I get it.
on the other hand,
She was brilliant in the film.
yeah. And film acting is very different. And even if you already have the character, you still have to rearrange it for film acting, and she knows this.
Yeah.
She knew it because she worked on the stage as much as she worked in film. She knows.
I wouldn't
She
have
was just
complained
bitter.
Look, I wouldn't have complained if Betty Davis had won an Oscar for that. I wouldn't have complained if Gloria Swanson won an Oscar for that. I wish it'd been a three-way tie. But it was interesting to me. The whole setup of that was just brilliant because you have these two elder actresses, these women past 50, and they lose to this 29-year-old actress who's on her first film.
Well, it was kind of like when Emma Stone won for La La Land, and she beat like 2 or 3 other people that were like had never won and really should have probably won 3 times by then. And then she wins her second one, and it's the same situation. You know, it's interesting.
And Poor Things was a better film.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah.
As much as I wanted
there is
to,
not a
as
no
much as
nudity
I
clause
wanted
with
to
that
see,
performance.
yeah, as much as I wanted to see Lily, what's her last name?
Oh, now
Killers
you're
of the
gonna
Flower
make me look
Moon.
it up. Oh God, I forgot her name.
Me too.
People are beating their heads in. Sorry, guys.
Redstone? Lily? No.
Lily Gladstone.
Gladstone. I knew it was Stone. Wow.
Because I haven't seen her in a movie since.
She has been in stuff. But it's I regret that they didn't give it to her because that might be the last time they nominate her, despite how good she is.
The only time.
And
but they are hell and determined to give Martin Scorsese movies multiple nominations and not give them shit on Oscar night.
Yeah, they are really good for that.
I want to tell you, the night that movie lost all 10 of its nominations, there is a shot when they're about to give out the Best Director award of Martin Scorsese just sitting in the audience, just like, this again.
Yep.
Just a look on his face. It's like,
what
do I have to do?
They did it to him for this. They did it to him
for The Irishman.
For The Irishman. They did it for Gangs of New York.
Uh-huh.
They did it. They didn't quite do it for The Aviator. The Aviator won 5.
Yeah.
And The Departed won 4, and finally got 1 for him. But yeah, The Aviator, the 2 that probably everybody figured he was going to win, that it was going to win, Best Actor and Best Director, it did not win.
It did not win.
And it didn't take
What
Best Picture,
does this
which
man
was surprising
have
as
to
well.
do?
Right. It's like Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson writes and directs the best movie he's ever done every time he makes a new movie.
Right.
And they nominate the crap out of him, and they give him an Oscar for a short film.
Yeah. My favorite film of his was Moonlight Kingdom, and didn't give him shit for it.
No. And I loved Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah.
That should have won him a director or at least a screenplay. And still nothing. Paul Thomas Anderson hasn't won anything either. He's been nominated 11 times.
Well, I'm about to, if you're following my YouTube channel, please do. I am doing a series on the Best Picture winners. And I am starting to write about Rebecca. And
The
it is
DGA's fuck you to Alfred Hitchcock.
the first of 4
5.
fuck yous. I mean,
5.
4 or 5. Yeah. I mean, just absolutely.
He and Cary Grant, tied as they are in their careers, both were nominated for 5 Academy Awards and won
Right.
0.
Nothing. And when Hitchcock got his honorary Oscar in 1977, he walks up to the podium and says, "Thank you very much," and walks off.
Yes.
That was his fuck you back.
Mm-hmm.
The greatest director, one of the most popular and most admired directors, and he wins nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Hey,
a shame.
Kubrick only won a special Oscar for the special effects for 2000. That wasn't even a category yet. For 2001: A Space Odyssey, that's the only thing he ever won.
Yeah.
That wasn't even a competition Oscar. Orson Welles only won for screenplay for Kane. That's the only Oscar he won. And if they'd have had their druthers, he wouldn't have won that either.
How many nominations did this get? I think this got 2.
Yeah, 2. It was Best Director and Best Actor, and it won Best Actor.
Best Supporting Actor.
Oh yeah, so 3, maybe 4. I think it was nominated for Best Picture.
Hang on. Three. Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, and Best Director.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, they didn't do to Billy Wilder what they have consistently done to Martin Scorsese and
Right.
Steven Spielberg. Even though
Spielberg's won twice.
Even though Steven Spielberg has won 2 Best Director Oscars, look at how much they nominate his movies and then don't award them.
Well, I'll go back to something Roger Ebert said one time. He said, "I think they resent success."
Yeah.
Because
They resent.
no Oscar.
They're fine with movies being not so great that are popular, because then they can just kind of ignore them and go, well, that's just popular entertainment. That doesn't really matter. But when it's something that is excellent and also successful, E.T., Raiders of the Lost Ark,
Jaws. He wasn't even nominated for Jaws.
Right. Taxi Driver. Marty wasn't nominated for that, but it was nominated for Best Picture.
I guess it directed itself.
Right. I saw somebody, they had people watching the nominations even back then. They were filming, and they announced that Best Picture and not Director, and somebody was like, I don't remember who it was, or whether it was part of his family or whether it was somebody in the cast, and they're like, how could it be Best Picture if he doesn't get Best Director? What the fuck happened? What the fuck is that? He starts yelling because he was a New Yorker.
Well, going back to Hitchcock in 1941, so Hitchcock, that was tricky because Hitchcock was new to America, but there was also John Ford.
Well, listen.
And they really wanted to give an Oscar to John Ford for something for The Grapes of Wrath.
When in
if you're
doubt,
gonna do that, it might as well have been Best Picture.
Yeah. When in doubt, give it to John Ford. That's pretty much what their attitude. That's why he has 4 Oscars for 4 movies that are not his best.
Right. Well, I like The Grapes of Wrath.
I love The Grapes of Wrath. It's not one of his. It's one of his upper tier ones. Absolutely. And so is The Quiet Man, which he also won for.
I watch The Quiet Man every year.
I love that. But How Green Was My Valley?
How Green Was My Valley was the Welsh Grapes of Wrath.
Yeah. And The Informer is good, but Best Director?
I would say Best Actor. I wouldn't say Best Director.
Yeah, that's where I would have fallen.
Yeah.
Yeah, because The Informer's really good.
Yeah.
But anyway.
It's John Ford doing German expressionism.
Yeah, basically. It's good. But at the same time, he's the most awarded in terms of Oscars
Yeah.
director, but he's not the best director that's ever been.
No.
Like, not even almost, not even just in the U.S.
Right.
Um,
I give that to Scorsese.
Scorsese, Kubrick,
Mm-hmm.
Wells,
Mm-hmm.
um,
At his best, Spielberg.
Spielberg, at his best, Coppola.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Well,
at his best.
up
I
to a certain point,
said
yeah.
at his best.
Up to a certain point.
Not at his usual, at his best. Remember, we have two great Godfathers, The Conversation and Apocalypse Now, and Finian's Rainbow, which I quite enjoy. I
Okay.
don't know if you've ever seen it, but
No.
I enjoy it. There's one joke where the one guy is a plantation owner, and he has a black guy as a servant, and he tells him to be more racist stereotype,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
But the guy's a college graduate, so the guy's yelling for his mint julep, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm coming," and he's like shuffling really slowly up the
Oh,
porch because he's like, "You told me you wanted this," so he keeps doing this. Like, "Come get me my mint julep. I'm a coming." He really just pisses in the guy's face on it. It's so
Yeah.
funny. It's so funny. It's like the Virgil Tibbs slapping scene, but as a comedy.
Yeah.
It's really well done. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. But that's all I got.
Yeah, that's what I have for Stalag 17. What do we have coming up? What are
Santa
you
Claus.
unleashing upon us?
Santa Claus, which you ended up stepping in shit because all
Listen,
I wanted to
all
talk about.
I did was make a joke.
All I did was say I want to talk about the year the Christmas that almost wasn't.
Yeah, and I said,
Which
geez,
I'll tell
that
you
almost
is-
belongs on a bill with Santa Claus the movie.
Which I love the parody of that on The Simpsons. The Christmas that almost wasn't, but then was.
Yeah. I mean, we
I
are.
said
we
to
are.
you, I want to talk about the Christmas that almost wasn't, and you started throwing these two other movies in there, and I thought, okay, we'll make it a 4-pack with Santa Claus the movie. You stepped in shit with this.
Hey, I just
Now
made
we're
a
committed
joke
to it.
because I was like, look, that would belong on a bill with like Santa Claus Conquers the Martians and the Rene Cardona Santa Claus from 1959.
Okay, and this is what happens when I read texts at work.
Yeah. This is how we got a place in the sun.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is
That
why I don't tell you
shit.
what I'm watching anymore.
With
This is why I don't tell you what I'm
courtroom.
casually doing anymore.
With
Because
Raymond Burr standing in the middle of a courtroom in a rowboat trying to
I can't. I love George Stevens, but wow.
That movie takes a hard right. All right, take us home.
All right. Yeah, well, that about wraps it up here for us. We thank you very much for joining us. Hit the like, subscribe, and notifications buttons there, if you please. If you like us, tell your friends. If you hate us, tell your enemies. Either way, get the word out. We appreciate it. We thank you very much for listening, and the pod bay doors are now closed.